Hello, I'm Michael Mann for Bike Social and welcome to Donington Hall. This is the home of Norton motorcycles. They've invited us along this evening to see not one, but two new motorcycles. Let's have a look. Well, joining me now is Stuart Garner from Norton, owner of Norton. Stuart, thank you so much for joining me. Mate, why have you got 200 people in your library?
Yeah, well, we've launched the new Norton Atlas tonight. So 200 people have come over, and they're our kind of Norton friends, so owners, riders, or people that have been close to the factory or helped out and get us to where we are today. And we like to do a little bit of a private launch here in the house. We're in the library tonight, and it's nice to get a beer or a glass of wine, talk about the bike and launch the bike in a much more relaxed, it's a little bit cheesy, but a little bit more of a British or dare I say an English way. And it's a bit more homely and warm. But yeah, all the guys are here and the girls talking about the new Atlas. We've done a 650 parallel twin engine derived from our V4 1200cc. And in that we've made a Norton Atlas Ranger and a Norton Atlas Nomad. A little bit more off-roady, but equally very refined and very capable on-road. But it's quite an honest off-roader. So I think sometimes we've been a little bit kind of, you look a bit squint-eyed at a few of the bikes today where they're a bit, well, it's not really a calf racer, it's not really a scrambler. You think, oh, really? That's not. And what we wanted to do was make an honest off-road, on-road bike. So it's part off-road, part on-road, but you can actually go off-roading. Slightly longer swing arm, so it's got good control, the rear end. The foot peg, the seat, the tank, the ergonomics around there work so that you can stand on the bike, steer the bike with your knees, hands off bars, etc., or hands on bars, and go over any jumps and bumpy ground. It's just fit for purpose. But equally, if you want to go to the shops on a Sunday, it's a beautiful little road bike that's dead easy to ride and it just works. So, we'll see. We've got some heritage there because in the 40s, 50s, 60s, we had the 5T, the 500T, and then the P11 coming through into the 70s. So we've had models in that genre before, and it just feels right, when we put the bike together over the last few months using that 650 engine. We've been looking at it, Skinner and I, and the fact of going, yeah, do you know what? That you can just see it coming along, and the proportions, the geometry. Looked like it was going to make a really sweet bike, and then as we started to dress it, paint it, do the cosmetics, it's turned out a really, really nice little bike.
There's some exquisite detail. We've been looking at that nose around them already, just with those big twin discs at the front, the Brembo calipers. It looks so glorious and glamorous. That was an idea that you had to make the build quality fit the Norton name.
Norton's got great heritage in doing good engineering back into the 30s and the 40s, and then hopefully, we've done that justice, and we've done our forefathers proud in the way that we put that very unique British engineering to work. And we don't hold back when there's a little bit of billet. We make it in the billet, and we make it nice, we let everybody see it, rather than a plastic injected mould. Then you go to your dealer if it breaks, and it's worth more than the price of gold. We've all been susceptible to that. And one of my briefs to Skinner before we started the journey was, I want to take it green laning or down the gravel pit, and I want to be able to drop it. It needs to be light enough to pick up and strong enough I can ride off. And some of the bikes, I think today, you drop it, it's so bloody heavy you can't pick it up. And then the plastic shatter into 1,000 pieces, and you're at the dealer for £1,000 bill just because it fell over. And I don't want that. I want the bike to be honest and practical, fit for purpose. So one of the design briefs was to make a bike that's nice and light, so if I drop it, I can pick it up. And it's made out of proper metal and billet, so if I do drop it, I can pick it up and ride off, and it's not just going to kind of disappear on me. And I think we've achieved that. The bike feels chunky, feels solid and very durable. And we'll see tonight. The proof is in the pudding as everybody comes around and has a little look at it. But it just feels right,
When are they going to be in shops or available to customers?
So we're now commercialising and industrialising that platform. We're going through all of the tooling and all of the delivery of the production. We'll be delivering in April, May 2019. We're starting to take orders now. The Nomad comes to market at $995. Proper a much lower entry point than we've been used to at Norton. Doesn't affect the build quality. We've had a few price advantages in the engine. We've been able to develop the engine from the V412, so there's been some cost down as we've worked through that. That's helped us. The Ranger, which is a bit more off-road, comes to market at 11,995. A little bit more suspension, a little bit more bling on that bike. Very capable off-road. So the two bikes, just under 10k for its entry point, and then just under 12k for the more off-road. And I think that's very competitive when you put it in its peer class of kind of road-going off-roaders. And we wanted to take the fight out there a little bit and just push on and make Nortons a little bit more affordable, and see some of the faces that have been kind of chipping at us to say, well, yeah, we like your Commando, we like your Dominator, we love your V4, but come on, what about your pricing? So hopefully we put a stake in the ground for a few of those guys and made the brand and made a Norton a bit more affordable, but not lowered the quality of the engineering. It's one reason we've resisted doing a single. We thought the single would have to be too cheap to appear to deliver value. And we think we can deliver value with a twin, just sub 10k. And we think that's a great kind of entry point for Norton. 84 horsepower, loads of spec on the bike, and a good-looking thing. So I don't think you're at any disadvantage. It's still a chunk of money, and I think it's a nice bike that delivers value. And hopefully, people will vote with their feet, will sell a few, and the bike will stand the test of time in the model range.
If they are as popular as they are good-looking, you've got to be onto a winner.
Oh man, I think it'll be a transformational year for Norton. We're just now delivering V4s. Hugely appreciate our customers that have waited for that bike. We brought one in tonight. Sounds glorious. There's so much power. It's a beautiful refined chassis. We've got the electronics, the traction control, the anti-wheel spin, the blips, the downshifts, all that. It just works beautifully.
Quite handy on the wooden floor in the
library. Yeah. Working out my traction control coming onto the carpet through to the wood. But we've learned so much from that bike that we've been able to put in to the 650. So I think the bike will change the way Norton's perceived in the marketplace, and having entry point sub 10k will transform the order book. We're building a new 12,000 square foot factory at the back just now. So
that's where the 650s are going to be
absolutely
built.
So we're building that
literally down the corridor.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're building that factory for the 650s, and the contractors are just in now breaking ground. So we expect to be in there in a few months' time, ready to build those 650s out. So there's a big buzz at Norton at the minute. When you walk in, all the team, all the staff are buzzing. There's a lot of energy about the place, and we've got a very, very exciting 12 months ahead.
Congratulations. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, buddy. Nice to see you. Thank you.